India. It's a country that explodes with color. It pulses with energy. From the bustling streets of Mumbai to the serene backwaters of Kerala, every corner of India tells a story. The air is filled with the aroma of spices, the sounds of laughter, and the rhythm of life that never seems to pause. Festivals like Diwali and Holi light up the skies and streets, painting the nation in hues of joy and celebration. From bustling cities to ancient traditions, India is a land where the past and present coexist in a delicate balance. The ancient temples and monuments stand as silent witnesses to a rich history, while the modern skyscrapers and tech parks signal a future brimming with potential. The traditional dances, music, and art forms are not just remnants of the past, but are living, breathing parts of everyday life. India is a land of captivating contrasts. In the same breath, you can witness the serenity of rural landscapes and the chaos of urban life. The vast fields of Punjab, the deserts of Rajasthan, and the lush greenery of the northeast offer a stark contrast to the crowded streets of Delhi, the tech hubs of Bangalore, and the film studios of Mumbai. This duality is what makes India unique and endlessly fascinating. But beneath this vibrant surface lies a darker reality. The glittering facade of progress and prosperity often overshadows the struggles of millions. In the shadows of towering skyscrapers and luxurious malls, there are dark alleyways and rundown areas that tell a different story. A story of hardship, of dreams deferred, and of lives lived in the margins. A reality where millions struggle in the shadows of poverty and injustice. Families in rural areas often lack access to basic necessities like clean water, healthcare, and education. In the overcrowded slums of cities, people live in conditions that are hard to imagine. The gap between the haves and the have-nots is not just a statistic, but a daily lived experience for many. This is the India we rarely see. The India that doesn't make it to the glossy travel brochures or the glamorous Bollywood movies. It's an India that exists in the hidden corners of slums and the neglected villages. It's an India that cries out for attention, for empathy, and for change. This is the India we need to talk about. The India where social activists and NGOs are working tirelessly to bring about change. They are the unsung heroes, fighting against the odds to provide education, healthcare, and a better future for those in need. Their stories are a testament to the resilience and spirit of the Indian people. India boasts a booming economy. With a GDP that ranks among the highest in the world, it is a global leader in technology and innovation. The business districts and high-tech offices are a testament to the country's rapid economic growth. Indian tech workers are at the forefront of global innovation, contributing to advancements in various fields. It's a global leader in technology and innovation. From cutting-edge research in artificial intelligence to groundbreaking work in space exploration, India is making its mark on the world stage. The innovation labs and tech parks are buzzing with ideas and creativity, driving the nation forward. Yet, it's also home to the largest concentration of poverty in the world. Despite the economic progress, millions of Indians live below the poverty line. Street children, homeless individuals, and marginalized communities struggle to survive in a system that often overlooks them. The stark reality of poverty is a jarring contrast to the image of a rising superpower. This stark contrast is impossible to ignore. The juxtaposition of luxury apartments next to slums of wealth and poverty side by side is a daily reminder of the inequalities that persist. It's a visual representation of the chasm that exists between different sections of society. The gap between rich and poor is a chasm, growing wider with each passing year. As the rich get richer, the poor continue to struggle. This widening gap is not just an economic issue but a social one, affecting the very fabric of the nation. It raises questions about justice, equity, and the kind of future we want to build. And it's this very inequality that fuels the hidden struggles of millions. The protests and movements highlighting inequality are a cry for help, a demand for change. They are a reminder that for India to truly progress, it must address these deep-rooted issues. The journey towards a more equitable society is long and arduous, but it is a journey that must be undertaken.
Over 200 million Indians live below the poverty line. This staggering number represents more than the entire population of many countries. It's a number that is hard to fathom, but it's a reality for millions of people who struggle every day to survive. Let that sink in for a moment. 200 million people. These are not just numbers. They are individuals with hopes, dreams, and aspirations. They are children who deserve a chance at a better future. Parents who work tirelessly to provide for their families, and elderly who have given their all but still find themselves in need. Imagine an entire continent trapped in a cycle of deprivation. This is not just about lack of money. It's about lack of opportunities, lack of education, and lack of hope. It's about being born into a situation where the odds are stacked against you from the very beginning. That's the reality in India. They lack access to basic necessities. Basic necessities that many of us take for granted every single day. Things like a roof over our heads, a meal on our plates, and clean water to drink. These are luxuries for many in India. Things we often take for granted. Things like food, clean water, and healthcare. Imagine having to walk miles just to get a bucket of water, or having to choose between buying food or medicine. These are the harsh choices that millions of Indians face every day. Their stories are a stark reminder of the human cost of poverty. These are stories of resilience and strength, but also of heartbreak and loss. Stories of mothers who go hungry so their children can eat, of fathers who work multiple jobs but still can't make ends meet. Stories of families torn apart, stories of dreams shattered. Children who should be playing and learning are instead working to help support their families. Dreams of education and a better life are often out of reach for these children. Children forced into labor instead of classrooms. They miss out on the joys of childhood and the opportunities that education can bring. Instead, they are thrust into the harsh realities of life far too soon. Parents struggling to feed their families. They work long hours in difficult conditions, often for very little pay. Despite their hard work, they still find it difficult to provide even the most basic necessities for their children. These are not just statistics. These are real lives, real struggles. Each number represents a person, a family, a community. And behind each number is a story of hardship, but also of hope and resilience. It's a reminder that we must do more to address the inequalities that exist in our world.
India's heart beats to the rhythm of its villages. These villages, with their sprawling fields and simple way of life, are the lifeblood of the nation. They are where traditions are preserved, and where the essence of India truly resides. The vibrant culture, the festivals, and the community spirit all stem from these rural heartlands. Agriculture is the backbone of this nation. It's not just an occupation, it's a way of life. Generations of families have tilled the same soil, passing down knowledge and techniques honed over centuries. The fields are more than just land. They are a testament to the resilience and dedication of the Indian farmer. Yet, it's the farmers who are bearing the brunt of India's hidden struggles. Despite their hard work, they face numerous challenges that threaten their very existence. The stress and uncertainty are etched on their faces as they grapple with issues that seem insurmountable. They face a myriad of challenges: land scarcity, crippling debts. The cost of seeds, fertilizers, and equipment often outweighs their earnings, pushing them further into financial despair. The lack of proper irrigation and infrastructure only adds to their woes, making it difficult to sustain their livelihoods. Climate change wreaking havoc on their crops. Unpredictable weather patterns, prolonged droughts, and sudden storms destroy their hard work in an instant. The once fertile lands are now parched and cracked, a stark reminder of the changing times and the challenges they bring. They toil under the scorching sun, only to be met with dwindling returns. The physical toll is immense, with long hours and back-breaking labor becoming a daily routine. Despite their relentless efforts, the rewards are minimal, leaving them exhausted and disheartened. Many see no other option but to migrate to cities. The promise of better opportunities and a stable income lures them away from their ancestral lands. They leave behind their homes, their communities, and their way of life, hoping to find solace in the bustling urban centers. They search for a better life. But the reality of urban life is harsh. The competition is fierce, and the cost of living is high. Many end up in low-paying jobs, struggling to make ends meet. The dream of a better life often remains just that, a dream, a life that often proves elusive. The urban slums are overcrowded and lack basic amenities. The living conditions are deplorable, with families crammed into tiny makeshift homes. The stark contrast between their rural past and urban present is a daily reminder of their struggles. The suicide rates among farmers paint a grim picture. The despair and hopelessness drive many to take their own lives, leaving behind grieving families and communities. The protests and vigils are a cry for help, a plea for change, and a demand for justice. A silent crisis unfolding in the fields. The once bustling farmlands now lie empty, the equipment abandoned, and the future uncertain. The plight of India's farmers is a story of resilience, struggle, and an urgent need for solutions. It's a call to action for a nation that owes its very existence to these unsung heroes.
Education is often touted as the key to escaping poverty, but for millions of Indian children, it remains an empty promise. The reality is bleak: overcrowded classrooms, a lack of qualified teachers, and for many, Simply reaching school is a challenge in itself. Girls, especially those in rural areas, face even greater hurdles. They are often denied education, forced into early marriages, their potential, their dreams left unfulfilled. This is a tragic waste of human capital, a loss for India's future.
Women in India. A story of strength and struggle. Indian women are known for their resilience, their strength, but they also carry the weight of deeply ingrained societal biases. Gender inequality is pervasive. From the workplace to the home, women face discrimination and violence. Domestic violence remains a taboo topic. The statistics are alarming, yet many suffer in silence, their voices muffled by a culture of fear and shame. It's time to break the silence, to empower women and dismantle the structures that hold them back.
The caste system's shadow legacy of discrimination. The caste system is a stain on India's social fabric, a hierarchical system that divides society. It relegates millions to a life of disadvantage. Though officially abolished, its grip on society remains strong. Dalits, those at the bottom of the caste hierarchy, face the harshest realities. Discrimination is woven into the fabric of their lives, denied access to education, jobs, even basic dignity. The fight for equality is far from over.
Seeds of hope, fighting for a better India. Despite these challenges, there is hope. Across India, individuals and organizations are working tirelessly to bring about change. They are the unsung heroes, the beacons of light in the darkness. From providing education to empowering women, their efforts are making a tangible difference. These grassroots movements are a testament to the indomitable spirit of the human spirit.
A call to action. Our role in India's transformation. India's hidden struggles are a shared responsibility. We cannot remain silent observers. Awareness is the first step. We must educate ourselves, amplify the voices of those who are silenced, support organizations working on the ground, challenge our own biases. Together, we can help create a more just and equitable India, an India where every citizen has the opportunity to thrive. The journey is long, but the fight for a better India is a fight